Tiffany lifts her arm to the colonel, and he takes it, and they walk together from the room. Mr. Gray opens the wooden box, placing the pistol inside, and puts it in the drawer. "Thornton?" "Yes, sir?" "Don't you ever spoil my business again." "No, sir." "Get out there and keep a close eye on our guest. I don't want a stinking carpetbagger Yankee touching what's mine. Now get." Thornton exits, leaving Mr. Gray, sipping his brandy as the light slowly dimmed to black. Thornton's laughing is heard in the black as the light slowly rise on Mr. Millstone, standing in the shadows of the prison. "Yes, sir, you should have seen the colonel's face as she walked him inside. His face was the whitest white man I ever did see. He looked like he had fallen head first into a barrel of biscuit powder. I wouldn't try being so easily amused when your life is dangling on a thin thread. I don't mean no harm by it. I took your case in respect of Mr. Gray, and if you're innocent, I need you sober." I'm grateful, sir. I cuts up now and then, but I'll try not laughing." "On the eve of Mr. Gray's death, why were you seen holding a bloodied knife over his body?" "Well, when I saw that knife sticking in him, I thought it best to pull it out of his chest." Mrs. Gray said she heard a loud ruckus from the parlor at about midnight. She clearly heard two male voices. One she recognized as her husband, but the other was too quiet. "I heard too, and that's what stirred me from my bed. There were only two people in the residence that night besides Mr. Gray, and both of you were wearing sleeping garments, and his blood was only on you. Why is that?" "I swear it wasn't me, sir. When I saw him lying on the floor, he looked real bad, but was still breathing. Blood. Lots of blood was pouring out of his mouth. Poor Mr. Gray was trying to say something. I got on my knees, and he reaches up and grabs me. Then he holds me close. I never saw so much blood pour out of a man as I did that night." Your initial testimony mentioned nothing about Mr. Gray saying anything. "It don't?" No, not a single word was spoken about it." "Well, that's right then. I just must have thought he wanted to." "Are you absolutely sure about that?" "Yes, sir. But I'll never forget his eyes. He looked up at me like never before. I think he was talking to me with his eyes." "What was it he was trying to say?" I ain't sure, but I know I never been looked at by him that way. He gazed right through me and then closed his eyes. I held him in my arms until hearing Mrs. Tiffany's voice. No, sir, she didn't deserve seeing him that way." "Did she have any reason to murder Mr. Gray?" "Mrs. Tiffany? No, sir. She might be unhappy at times, but it wasn't in her nature to kill anyone. Besides, just like you said, there wasn't any blood on her. She was as clean as if stepping out of a bath." "When was the last time Colonel Brubaker was in her presence?" That's easy to remember. It was 2 months back at Mr. Gray's 66th birthday. That was one big night with a whole lot of people coming to show their respect. You were there? Remember? Yes, but I don't recall seeing Colonel Brubaker. He arrived later, and Mrs. Tiffany ushered him through the kitchen to the servants' quarter. Are you sure about that? Yes, sir. Nothing happens in Mr. Gray's house I don't know about. Didn't you find that unsatisfactorily peculiar? I do what I'm told and never do the telling. Where was Mr. Gray when this was going on? He was liquored up and spinning war tales to Mr. Holmes in the parlor. The film director? Yes, sir. They were discussing moving pictures and were laughing, bragging, and doing a whole lot of drinking. The light slowly began to fade. I was hoping Mr. Gray wasn't wondering where his young wife might be. I hate lying, but I wasn't about to tell him her whereabouts. Lord knows. I don't understand why people having plenty keep fetching more than they supposed to need.